Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of the Madbull RX build. What's turned up today? If you are ordering some Tamiya parts, go and check out Tony's Tamiya Parts. This I ordered a day ago and it's already turned up this morning in the post. Great service, fantastic. We can go ahead and mount up our torque-tuned motor onto the chassis from the last part, and then we can get started on bag part C, which is building up some oil-filled shocks. Let's go. The more I make of these oil-filled dampers, the quicker I get at doing it. It took me about 10 minutes to put these together today. So there we go, all 4 ready to go. So we can go ahead now to step 17 and mount them onto the front part of the chassis. Let's do it. Lovely front shocks mounted up. Next step is to do the rear. The rear shocks are on. What an awesome stance that the back end of that has. I'm going to get the rising fighter out once I've got the wheels on and just compare the difference in the angle of those shocks at the back. But this is all going together really nicely. Really good build. Really enjoying it. There we go. I know they're not, I mean the wheels aren't on, so you can't compare the height, but look at the difference in the angle of the shocks there on the rising fighter and the angle of the shocks there on the DT01 Madbull. I mean, that's what I want to try and achieve when this goes around the track and I'm looking for the hop-ups. I want to try and lay that back end out a bit more. Maybe some extending brackets or something off the back of the gearbox. Got to think about what I'm going to do, but that's what I want to achieve. Right, next step is parts bag D. Welcome to the trickiest part of the build so far. So that is the servo mount, which is that plastic, I suppose, frame that side, and that small plastic frame that side. And then the switch off the ESC gets mounted, you see that one there? Mounted into the top of that one. And that was actually quite awkward to put together, but we made it, we've got it done. Well, I think the next step is now putting that into the chassis. I'm just flipping over. Yep. Step number 20. That's mounted up into the chassis. I've mounted up the servo and also this other plate that sits behind it. Now, some of my more educated RC buddies will tell me what this back plate is for, but I think that's a legacy of the Madbull that goes back to when it probably had a manual speed controller in, and I reckon there's space in there for another servo that would have controlled the mechanical speed controller, and that would have been mounted up over here somewhere. That's what I'm thinking anyway. And probably you'd have had some batteries down here to power the transponder or something. I don't know exactly how it all would have worked, but something would have gone down there to power. No, maybe it was the receiver would have gone and powered off of that, and that would have powered the motor, maybe. I can't exactly remember how it was on one of my old cars that had the mechanical speed controller inside as well, but that's what I think that back bracket's for. But actually we don't need all that, so we're going to mount something in here, put the ESC up here somewhere, and we'll be almost done, I think. Right, let's crack out. Peter told me about a little hack for this, where you put a little bit of shrink wrap around the sort of steering arm here, and it's almost like an electrical tube that you heat up, and it shrinks down against it. And apparently it takes all the slop out the steering. I've got that, but I don't have anything to apply the heat to down here. So what I'm going to do is build it up, and then take this off afterwards once I've run it, and then wrap this, and we'll see the improvement it makes on the steering. There's the steering in, we've got the servo saver on, all linked up. This is the bar that we're going to shrink wrap afterwards. So we're going to test it all out, get it all working, and then I'll make that mod afterwards because I need to take the bar up to the house and heat it up with a hairdryer or something like that. So we've got that in. Next thing to do is to get all the electrics mounted up, and we'll see what we do after that. It's a little bit spaghetti junction, but it's all in there quite neatly. I'm quite pleased. I managed to even get the aerial cable going up, which normally I struggle with. So we're on to step 24, which is putting on not these wheels, but the Madbull wheels. So let's go and get that done. In my unboxing video, I was very, very wrong. These are nothing like the wheels that go on the lunchbox because they're hexes. So I was fooled into thinking they might be. I'm putting these on for now. What I'm going to do once I've got the paint, once the paint arrives, these are coming off. They're going to be primed, sanded, primed, and then sprayed with a metallic gold to hopefully match that RX fighter buggy look with the shell with the decals on. And I'm also going to paint the shell in a gloss black to make it all nice and shiny as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put these on just to have a little test, and then they're coming off when we paint. Right guys, I did put the wheels on, but I've taken them off again. I am going to call it a day for part 2 and not show you. There will be a picture on the thumbnail for this video of it with the wheels on, but I'm not going to show you it with the wheels on in the video because I'm going to wait until I've finished painting it all up so you can see it in its full glory. But chassis is done. What a great looking buggy this is. I mean, I think it looks fantastic. And I'm looking forward to driving the finished product. Now, huge shout out to Peter at CW01 Creations. Link is down below in the description. Please go and check him out. And all that's left for me to do is say thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Whatever you do between now and then, enjoy yourself. See you later. Bye-bye.